Barbara McHale.
Mike McHale.
I was born in Central Texas in Beeville, where I lived almost all my life. And so here we are back again, close to San Marcos. I taught school here in New Braunfels when I lived in San Marcos. So New Braunfels is almost like coming home, especially the Pinnacle at EdenHill. It feels like a big family.
I was born in Seguin, Texas, south of New Braunfels. My father was in the military, so we spent some time in different states. Mostly lived in San Marcos until high school. I met Barbara. She was part of our class. But after that, when I graduated from high school, I went into the military and served 8 years. And after I got out of the military, I got my degree from Johns Hopkins and raised 3 children. Got a job at Honeywell and another one at Raytheon. Thank you. Retired from both of them.
We actually met again. I hadn't seen him in 50 years. So we met at our 50th high school reunion. We found out we both had been widowed. I was living in Georgetown, and my husband had passed away with cancer about 5 years before that. But we just shared some things that helped each other, like grief share classes at church really helped. And started visiting on the phone and started dating, and it was just a marvelous kind of gift from God to have a second chance.
Then I finally convinced her that living here would be much better than living in Georgetown. And we were going to have a small wedding. We were married in the chapel here. But living in a community like this, you really end up having to invite the whole community. It worked out really well.
It was a wonderful, happy occasion. I have 2 brothers and a sister, 1 child that lives in Austin, and she has 3 children.
And I have 3 sisters that are still alive.
From an early age, I believed, that Jesus was my Savior, but it probably wasn't until out of college, really, when I got serious about in my faith. I did a lot of mission trips to Russia and to Africa, the West Coast too, into India, but mostly it was 3 trips into Russia and then Africa. So we were part of a group of 10 different ministries all together. They called the Co-Mission, and we were all gathered together to go and do a crusade in Moscow. And so we mainly there handed out Bibles and talked with people and just tried to let them see how happy it could be if they would turn their lives over to Jesus. Because everything was so dark and sad there. They just were still under a lot of control from the communists. But during that convocation of people, we talked to a lot of grandparents. So they still believed, and they were teaching their grandchildren. So they brought their grandchildren to the services, and we got to really experience both of those generations. But that missing generation in the middle, they were just still afraid. But those children learned a lot from their grandparents.
I grew up in the church, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think I grew the most spiritually when we were assigned in Oklahoma. That was known as a tornado belt, and there were a lot of people that came to faith. When I met Barbara, I was inspired by all her trips and mission trips, and I would like to continue to do that. So we've done some together. This is a good base to travel from. We've done a lot of traveling in Europe and Asia, and it's probably time that we start looking into the United States and traveling more in the United States. So
for a long time, Singapore has been a special place. We have some family there.
yeah,
Spain.
I think I enjoy going back to Spain, and France is nice too.
Our honeymoon was in Paris, and so we usually end up back there if we can. It's a favorite memory, and I think that's a good thing about living here too, because we can leave, for 2 or 3 weeks or so, and And we still have our mail protected, our apartment is protected. So it's a perfect place to live if you want to travel because you're very secure and we're well taken care of.